125 for 5 in 20 overs. Ravindra Jadeja, 35 of 30. At the end, he did play well, but all the strike rates you'll see down the order have runs, but the number of balls next to them, extremely disappointing. I'm not even sure who'd like to start. Simon, solving this mystery?
It stuttered and spluttered and sort of fell its way, didn't it? And much like some of the age of some of the players in that Chennai side going on one of the older person's buses, perhaps to a home. It was so slow and just non-existent. 125. I mean, you can't get that. There was nothing to that innings at all. Sam Curran tried up front, and they just had nothing through the middle. There was no impetus until Jadeja came out and found a couple of boundaries. It's hard to explain, but I get the feeling now that if Rajasthan go on and win this game, then it's better for the tournament. They are a better team and they're a better proposition to make the top four.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, the many words you could use, Joy, to describe that. Disappointing would be one of them. And not only, Joy, if you're a Chennai fan. If you're a cricket fan, you'd be disappointed.
Yeah, this is the most successful team in IPL history. And to see them like this, the most consistent team in IPL history, dramatic finishes, guys who can take it to the last over and score 20 and win. To see them in this shape is sorry. I mean, in that last over, when Kedar Jadhav went down on one knee, I thought he was going to propose to the umpire, because that's all the intent that I saw out there. And I could not believe that innings. They would have been 125. Their fourth highest score was Jofra Archer's misfields. I mean, that's the kind of innings that you're seeing today. It's just a travesty of a once great team going out there. And I would have been happier had they been 95 all out. Trying to hit their shots and getting out there, at least giving Piyush Chawla a chance to bat. Instead, what did they do? They went and, spluttered, and you cannot play, at 100% if you're batting at a strike rate of 100 if you've got 20, 25 balls to play. You cannot do that in this form of the game. So that 125, I would have far preferred they went down at 95, trying to get a score of some meaning. This was sad cricket. I mean, it gives no one pleasure to watch it, and of a franchise which is one of the greatest franchises in IPL history.
Yeah, and if you come back a couple of years later and you don't have privy to some of our conversations that we have here on My 11 Circle Presents Cricbuzz Live, you look at that and go, well, something must have been wrong with the wicket. They, as Joy said, they weren't dismissed. It wasn't Jofra 5 for 6 and blowing them away. Let's have a look at the progression. And well, can you call it a progression? It's just numbers out there. 7.17, and that middle phase at 4 and over. They lost just 2 wickets. 28 for 2 between overs 7 and 13. It could be 28 for 7. Remember the game in Hyderabad, 32 for 8? You can understand that. 32 for 8, almighty collapse, gone. But 28 for 2 at 4 and over in that middle phase?
And not 1-4 and 1-6.
No, and the start wasn't bad. I mean, as far as being, the wicket was relatively quick. There was a bit of pace, a bit of bounce in it. When you're 42 for 2 after 6, you think, okay, 150, 160, we're still okay. But that middle period was there was nothing to it whatsoever. Couldn't even go to run a ball for most of it. Lost those wickets, those key wickets. And the sad thing about this Chennai side is there is none of that power. There's no rescuing power. There's no Pollard, Pandya, Punt, Morris, Akshar. I mean, call it whichever team you pick on. There's some power in some of those positions at 5, 6, 7. There is just no power. There's no ability to knock the ball out of the park apart from Ravi Jadeja, and he's trying to do it on his own at the moment. It's just not working for them. And I agree, what Joyce said. It's sad. It is. It's hard to watch, and I'm sure it's hard for them and their fans to watch as well. They'll rise again, but this is just the back end of what has been a dynasty, a legacy, and it's hard to watch.